September 10th, 2001, 2:45 p.m. EDT, Columbus, Ohio, page 78 to 82. Nahid's very first Habib had been a gift when she was 9 years old from her mother. That day, instead of feeling different, it made Nahid feel connected. It made her feel grown up and special. Her first Habib was robin's egg blue, the color of Nahid's own eyes. That night, her mother showed her how to pull back her hair and slip the solid blue headband over her head. Then her mother lifted up the long, lovely scarf and gently folded it around and around, enveloping her daughter in tradition and love. She gave Nahid her own strawberry-shaped pincushion, and together they sat in front of the mirror, practicing wrapping and unwrapping, pinning and unpinning, until they were both laughing, and until Nahid's own hands could nimbly fold and wrap and pin all by themselves, until she looked almost as beautiful as her mother. "Now you have your thinking cap on, Nahid," her mother said. "Do you know why I call it a thinking cap?" Nahid had wrapped the scarf counterclockwise around her head. Her mother was left-handed and had wrapped it clockwise. When her mother had been demonstrating, they had worked like mirror images, their hands and arms in unison. Nahid was only 9 then, but she knew the answer to her mother's question. "Because when I observe Habib, I am always reminded who I am." Her mother nodded and smiled. "That's good. That's right. Always remember you can wear the silkiest, most beautiful hijab in the world, but what matters is what's in here." She tapped her heart and then her head. "And here, and how you treat people, yourself included, dear one." Nahid couldn't wait to get to school and show everyone. All the girls wanted to know about it. They wanted her to show them how to put it on. They wanted to touch it. But that was then, 4th grade. That was before the boys stopped including everyone in their recess basketball games, and before the end of 5th grade, when girls formed blockades to the bathroom during lunchtime, allowing some girls in while others had to wait. It was before middle school. And that was before this afternoon, when a bunch of kids in the cafeteria started a slow chant, all because of what Nahid had started, in an effort to take the attention away from her hijab. It wasn't what she'd intended, but now it was too late. "Annoying Eliza! Annoying Eliza!" At first it was quiet under their breath when Eliza walked by with her tray, but it seemed to follow her and get louder when she didn't react. Eliza kept her eyes straight ahead, as if she had been trained how to behave in these kinds of situations. She sat down alone, and eventually the collective caroling stopped. But when she got up to put away her tray, someone picked up the chant again, though not with quite the same zeal. "Annoying Eliza." Nahid wanted to bury her head, hijab and all, in the ground and hide. She wanted to tell everyone to stop. The right thing to do would have been to stand up and help Eliza, even if she hadn't been the cause of the whole mess. That would have been the right thing, not to mention that she was the cause of all of it, and Eliza looked so miserable and alone. Instead, Nahid sat at her table with her best friends, 3 girls she had known since kindergarten. She sat with her back to the rest of the cafeteria, and she tried to eat her lunch. Uncle Aman and Aunt Judith flung the front door wide open before Nahid could reach the handle. "Aziziam, you are home." "Yes, Uncle." "How was your day in school today?" he asked. Nahid hadn't even slipped her shoes off yet. It was a trick question anyway. Uncle Aman didn't want his nieces in public school. He often fought with his brother about why he wasn't sending Nahid and Nuri to a Muslim school. "Fine," Nahid answered, though of course nothing was fine. Annoying Eliza. Annoying Eliza. Nahid ducked under her uncle's arms and dodged past. "What kind of answer is fine?" Uncle Aman turned and followed her into the kitchen. "Did you do prayers today?" "Leave her alone, Aman," Aunt Judith tried. That was a lot for her to say. Nahid's uncle was very observant, and he did not believe a wife should ever contradict her husband. Nahid's parents were nothing like that at all. The whole thing was very confusing, especially since Aunt Judith was a
It's
convert.
2:15, time for our cross-country runners to leave, and the rain has stopped. Looks like it might be a nice day for you to run. Good luck to our runners. Time for you to be excused. Thank you.
She had not even been born into Islam. I am leaving her alone. I am just asking if she prayed today, Uncle Aman said, and they all walked into the kitchen. Nahid's mother was at the sink. She makes up her prayers at third prayer, Uncle Aman. Now go and get ready, Nahid. Nuri will be home soon. You can help her learn proper wudu tonight. That seemed to quiet Uncle Aman. And maybe it was what Allah wanted her to do. But it wasn't just your beliefs. Her father had said many times, it was your behavior. Maybe praying would help, but fixing things with Eliza was going to take a little more planning.